Welcome to the Dr. Zwig Show, where I show you how bad states of mind and difficult life issues aren't pathological, but rather signs of personal growth trying to happen. All right, let's get into it. Greetings, fellow humans. I hope you're doing well, or at least haven't forgotten that change and growth are always possible. In every moment of your life, there's a transformative process within you waiting to be tapped into. It's right there. It's just a bit buried. Today's exercise is going to help you dig down below the surface. Don't do this exercise while you're driving, operating machinery, or doing anything that requires your full attention. For the first time in my podcast, we're going to go high tech. You'll need a video camera or a smartphone. I want to begin by giving you a brief example of what we're going to do. I once videoed myself talking about a worry I had. It had been going round and round in my head with seemingly no solution. When I watched the video, I thought to myself, boy, Adam's really got himself into a pickle. But I still couldn't see a way out. Then I took some time to meditate on my inner wisdom. That's right. No matter how dumb and out of it we feel, there's always a very wise part of ourselves that knows exactly what's going on and what to do. We just don't identify with it. It hangs out on the periphery of our awareness or zooms through our stream of consciousness, coming in one door and going out the other in a flash. We don't take it seriously. But today we will. So I accessed my inner wisdom using the exercise we're going to do, and I managed to connect with a more neutral, detached, objective state of mind. Then I watched the video again, this time from this more wise awareness. After about 10 seconds, I started laughing because I could see that Adam was worrying for no good reason. In my more enlightened frame of mind, I saw through the whole thing. Suddenly, I felt better. This example shows the simplest outcome. There are many other kinds which we'll explore as well. So let's get into it. Tell the camera about a problem you're experiencing. Say, "Hi, this is what's going on in my life right now." Do it like you're telling a trusted companion or a therapist. Lay out your troubles and don't hold back. Complain, express, yell, cry, whatever you feel. Turn off the podcast and go ahead and do this and turn it on again when you're ready. Now, watch the video and notice your reactions to yourself, especially your judgments and criticisms if you have any. For example, you might think, "Oh my God, I look and sound so weird." But don't get into your judgments. Just notice them and then put them aside. Now, forget about the video and imagine you're 99 years old, at the finish of life, content and wise. Your seasoned and wide perspective gives you the ability to see clearly and be objective. You have a sort of detached enlightenment and can see through people's problems. Your mature way of relating to life puts you beyond all the dramas we go through. To do this, begin by seeing yourself as this figure. Take your time and create a really compelling vision. Observe every detail of how you would look as this wise 99-year-old man or woman. Study your face and body. What kind of expressions and gestures would you make? How would you behave? Let it unfold into an inner movie and watch. Turn off the podcast and go ahead and do this and turn it on again when you're ready. Okay, now feel into being this person. Feel it everywhere in your mind, body, and soul. Sense it with every fiber of yourself. Inhabit this character's being and awareness. Now, imagine how your wise figure speaks. Listen to his or her voice, paying attention to its pitch, tone, tempo, and volume. Then experiment with speaking this way. Don't worry yet about what to say, that doesn't matter. Just feel into how you'd talk, what it would feel like to speak as this wise person. Now, stand up and walk around the room in the way this wise figure would walk. Embody the character with your movements. Go wherever they take you. Feel this old body and this wise mind. Turn off the podcast and go ahead and do this and turn it on again when you're ready. Now, bring all your senses into play and totally become your wise self. See, feel, hear, speak, and move the experience. Turn off the podcast and turn it on again when you're ready. All right. Now watch the video again, but don't be yourself watching. Be the wise man or woman and give the person on the video some sage advice. Imagine the person you're looking at isn't you. It's someone else, and your job is to help them. Again, Don't be yourself entangled in the issue. Be an outside wise man or woman providing advice. If you have trouble doing this, think of it as an acting exercise. Temporarily dissociate from you and identify with this wise figure. Watch the character on the video. What's really bothering him or her? And what's the solution? How can you bring your loving, experienced, wise perspective to bear on the problem? What do you, as the wise one, see that the person on the video can't see because he or she is entangled in their issue? What would free them? Go ahead and study the video as this wise spirit. Turn off the podcast and go ahead and do this and turn it on again when you're ready. Okay, here are some questions to help you complete the process. Were you able to separate yourself from the problem enough to inhabit the more wise and aware part of yourself? Temporarily letting go of your issue is difficult, but essential if you want to get a new perspective. The wise man or woman may have seen something you need to change that you hadn't previously known about. What was it? A few common experiences people have are seeing that the person on the video is hurt and acting out from this instead of working on and expressing the hurt, or the person on the video isn't standing up for himself or herself and is instead allowing someone or an inner critic to beat them down. Or the person on the video is simply not believing in himself or herself enough, and he or she needs to identify with more self-confidence. What's been stopping you from being aware of what you observed on the video and changing it? Is it a belief system? An attitude? A fear? Or just a lack of awareness of what the wise part of you helped you to see? How could you bring the sage's advice into your inner life, your relationships, your work, and your spirituality. In what other types of situations could you use this video exercise to gain more objectivity about yourself? Great work! You've just learned how to apply your inner wisdom to a problem. You did this by telling the camera what's bothering you, watching the video as your everyday self, meditating on your 99-year-old wise self, watching the video again, this time as the wise man or woman, giving the person on the video some sage advice, and then applying it to other areas of your life. If you feel like it, you can listen to some bonus material where I share some of my clients' experiences doing this exercise. That's up next. Here are some of my clients' experiences doing this exercise. A 36-year-old client made a video where she talked about being single and feeling hopeless about ever finding the right man. When she viewed the video of herself, it just made her feel worse. But when she became the wise woman and watched it, she realized that she was basing her life too much on relationships and not enough on her inner sense of herself. This gave her a broader perspective and helped her balance her inner life with her desire for a relationship. She got onto a more centered and productive path instead of feeling victimized by something she can't control. A 29-year-old man made a video where he talked about his dilemma of being in a relationship with a woman who often expressed dislike of things he liked. She hated his music, his clothes, his career choice, and even the food he eats, but he still loved her. When he watched the video of himself, he was self-critical, almost like he was taking her side. But when he became the wise man, he said, "Why are you in a relationship with someone who doesn't appreciate who you are? Why are you so attached to the wrong woman? Get out of this. He was shocked at his own realizations and decided to work with me in our next session on what he wants instead of on what she wants. This was a great new direction for him. An 81-year-old depressed woman made a video talking about her poor health. She suffered from hypertension and arthritis. When she watched the video as herself, she felt sorry for herself. But when she became the wise woman and watched it, she had a different reaction. She told herself that she's resilient and that feeling like a victim only makes her feel worse. She advised herself to change her mindset from victim to victor and to appreciate how lucky she was to still be able to do the things she likes. This helped relieve her depressed moods and got her onto a better track. See you next time. Stay aware. You can follow me on social media at Dr. Zwig, and you can sign up on the mailing list at drzwig.com, where you'll receive discounts on private coaching, events and merchandise, weekly personal growth tips, and lots more. Be well.